mixed doubles event in the last 12 years here on the PBA. Time now for the More of What Matters to You one-a-day fan question brought to you courtesy of Mike Collins from Oakley, California. It goes to Jason Belmonte. Jason, here's the question. Explain the similarities of yours and Michelle's styles and how that allowed you to handle the lane conditions.
I can't hear anything.
Perhaps we'll have to ask him that later, or maybe, Randy, you can answer it for him.
Well, what would you want me to answer it?
Yes, I do.
Well, all right, here's the thing. We talked about it before in the Lumber Liquidators Know the Wood. The extra amount of oil in the front part of the lane would allow the big hook players to get in and not have to throw it down the lane. They could get softer, they could stroke it more, and this played right into the hands of the big hook players, a la Jason Belmonte and Michelle Feldman.
She owns 2 PBA Women's Series titles, and he is the reigning PBA Rookie of the Year from Auburn, New York. Please welcome Michelle Feldman. And from Orange, New South Wales, Australia, please welcome Jason Belmonte.
I love it when he's sporting the full carpet.
Proud of you no matter what. All right?
And an interesting move here. The 1 seeds decide to go first.
Well, that gets Belmo to finish on the right lane.
So Michelle Feldman from just outside of Buffalo, Auburn, New York, up first.
And Rob, here's the thing. When Michelle Feldman's allowed to do what she can do, and that's hook it, I'm not sure there's any woman on the tour that can beat her with the exception of maybe one, and that would be Tammy Boomershine.
Or my girl, Carolyn Doran Ballard. You know I love CDB. I'll plug CDB anytime I can. Here's Az Beatty, who has outstruck her partner 14-12 so far today. Give her 15 for the day. What a run for the 5-seeded team of Voss Asbeatty.
Remember the last match, Brian Voss finished on that right lane, did not strike 4 consecutive shots in a row. They flipped it back up. Now Brian Voss.
I'm telling you, the way Deandra has been bowling, I would let her roll anchor.
Well, and I was just going to say that. You know, she's been unflappable, has not missed the pocket. Pick a lane that you like, and if it means that she has to finish the match, so be it.
Back-to-back jacks for the 5-seeded team of Voss and Asbeatty, and this is the last Women's Series event of the season. PBA Women's Series presented all season long by our friends at Bowl.com.
And this is a Mother May I shot right here. Mother May I, can I take a giant step left and open the lane up? And that's exactly what Brian Voss did right there.
Jason Belmonte and his two-handed approach up now in the second. Little right of target leaves double wood.
One of the toughest things to do on this tour, lead all week long, dominate the event, and then have to win it one more time on television in a one-game match.
And they're taking on a team that has just jumped out to huge leads in their 3 previous matches today. So Jason takes care of the spare conversion. Time now for our bear breakdown. We'll compare the 2 teammates on the number 1 seeded side.
And there's the dominance that we've been talking about in this event. And once they got into match play, they never looked back.
Up now, Michelle Feldman to begin the third. She's done her job.
And we've talked about ball speed throughout the telecast. Michelle Feldman's ball speed is perfect. Belmonte, first shot for him went 2.8. Excessive ball speed. His bowling ball, no matter what his rev rate is, and it's the highest on tour, did not read the oil pattern properly.
Push.
I think that's probably the first shot all day for her that she didn't like. And No damage, just a 4-pin. A little bit inside of target. You heard her saying push, push. That means she wants it to hold. Easy single pin spare for Deandra Asbady, who has been unflappable throughout the day.
All right, here, one time.
So Deandra takes a seat. Brian Voss, 24 tour titles, 1 major. He won the 1988 PBA National Championship. Again, his last title came roughly 4 years ago, late January of 2006. The victory in Alabama. Voss, an exempt player on the tour this season via the Golden Parachute exemption. A win today would get him an exemption for next season should he choose to use it. Blows up the rack there, does Brian Voss. So the 5-seeded teams sit down. Jason Belmonte steps up. And, Jason has bowled some doubles already this season, teamed up with Chris Paul, and the two of them won the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational.
Jason Belmonte stepped up in that match. 10th frame needed a double and an 8, and he got all 3 strikes to win that for Chris Paul.
No strikes yet for Jason here in the title match.
Rut-row. There he is, 6th arrow. Good shot here, ring in 10.
Stop me out one more time.
So he hands the baton off to Feldman, who struck in the 1st and the 3rd.
And one of the interesting things that was said to us yesterday, this team here, it didn't matter who finished the 10th frame, whether it was Jason Belmonte or Michelle Feldman. And here's some of the reasons why. You see what she's done.
And leads the 7-10, and Brian Voss cannot shoot this one for them. Again, Voss dropped the 7-10 on Friday. And your number 1 seeds having an issue here early on.
This 7-10's only been made 3 times in the history of bowling on television.
Come on, 4th time on TV. Come on.
Good go.
Well, if you're Voss and Asbady, you need a drool bucket.